Chaser Reed Timmer, live from just west of Durango, Colorado, looking north at the beautiful San Juan Mountains here. This is also in the vicinity of the 416 fire burn scar as well. Days ago, it was raging, closing in on homes near the Hermosa area in Colorado to the north of Durango. Homes were evacuated. At night, you could see those orange flames just raging on the mountainside. But thankfully, the firefighters heroically pushed that fire back from town. But now the threat shifts to mudslides since we are located during monsoon season here in southwest Colorado. And here you can see these storms already developing over the San Juan Mountains. This is right near the burn scar. I wouldn't be surprised if the black coloration of that burn scar is increasing the surface temperatures and firing these storms right in the vicinity of that. There could easily be mudslides later on. Flash flood potential is also high here as well, which is why there's a flash flood watch in effect through about 9 p.m. this evening. And I've got to choose between covering this flash flood threat here near the burn scar, or do I head west towards the Page, Arizona area, up toward extreme southern Utah, maybe even up toward the Zion National Park area, the Grand Staircase, and cover the prime flash flooding potential up there as well, because that slope terrain of the Grand Staircase, firestorms like clockwork out here this time of year. And if you can cover those basins correctly, hours in advance and just continue to wait and be patient, you could see one of those raging floods go by. My friend David Rankin is an expert in chasing these flash floods out in southern Utah. So I'll be teaming up with him over the next few days to try to chase down and intercept one of these flash floods in action. But for today, I'm out to the west of Durango, Colorado, monitoring these storms that are firing near the 416 fire burn scar, which the firefighters have heroically pushed back away from towns like Hermosa and even Durango. But now the threat is shifted toward flash flooding and even mudslides, because in those burned areas where there's no vegetation anymore to hold those top layers of soil and rock up there, when you get the heavy rainfall that is so common out here during monsoon season, all of that comes down the mountain in the form of a mudslide and can cause big time problems. So if you live along Highway 550 to the north of Durango, you certainly want to be careful. There is a similar situation west of Cheyenne, where the National Weather Service Cheyenne issued a flood warning. Firefighters were evacuated from that burn scar, and then the flood warning verified with mudslides and flash flooding on that. There was a similar fire also near the Lake Havasu area. So I'm going to be headed toward Page, Arizona to chase some of those flash floods in the canyons, slot canyons out there. You can see an old school shirt, TVN shirt, dominating since 1997. For good luck today. Going to try to finish the cycle in terms of monsoon coverage. So far, we've seen a haboob to the west of Phoenix near the Gila Bend area a few days ago. Flash flooding also in Oro Valley. Intense lightning. Ominous looking storms. And now it's time to see some of these flash floods that'll usually include a head wall of debris on the front edge, where you'll see sticks, rocks, even large trees going by. And that's why these are so dangerous to hikers in the area, including areas like Zion National Park. If you're hiking and doing those hikes like the Narrows, some of those slot canyons, Antelope Canyon area, northern Arizona near Page, Buckskin Gulch, and one of those storms develop upstream in the washes, hours later that flash flood will come ripping by even when there's no storm in the area. It might look like a perfect day to hike, and then you can get big problems. So there you can see some of these little storms that are firing over the San Juans. There's a rain shaft there. These don't look like flash flood producing storms out here in Colorado. So hopefully they'll continue to be relatively minor with just a lightning threat and won't contribute to any mudslides over the 416 fire burn scar. So I'm going to continue heading west toward Page, Arizona, where I'll meet up with David Rankin, who already shot a flash flood yesterday, including aerial footage, drone footage as that thing ripped by 5 or 6 feet deep of debris, mud water. And I'll target the southern edge of the grand staircase there. There may not be very good data, but I'm going to try to stream live one of these flash floods in action. But at the very least, I'll be posting it after the fact. And it does require a lot of patience. You have to wait several hours sometimes for these flood waters to arrive after they're produced in the headwaters, after they're produced upstream, and then they'll come ripping down those washes. We'll see what happens. Stay safe out here in the Southwest.